Minecraft 1.17. I'm so excited to see this. Smash like and sub and let's get into this. Right guys, let's have a look at this. The new Minecraft update is...
Okay.
Let's see.
The next update is the update that we know that so many of you, and well, so many of us as well, has been wanting for such a long time. It's the Caves and Cliffs update.
Let's go guys! So many people requested this. Oh my god, yes. Okay, that is good. I'm very pleased about that. Caves and Cliffs. Let's go! Let's hear about it.
It feels amazing to be able to tell everyone that.
Seriously, like, I'm so excited about this. I mean, even
This is
before
so
I joined Mojang, I was always thinking about, like, when is the cave update gonna come? And this is it, but it's also got the cliffs as well. It's got the mountains. Like, this is such a big update, and I'm so excited.
How are you feeling, Agnes?
Great. Like, no, it's so good. So we have been working on this update for quite long, and we're like, we can't wait to tell everyone. And now we just announced it. And
we're actually getting our first live look at some reactions.
First live look, okay. That's a good animation. Oh my god, that what is that
Those
creature?
mobs
Wait,
are-
what? What is that? What is that? That thing there. Okay.
That's very
So
cute.
cute.
Those mobs are very, very excited.
Yeah, I mean, with this update, we're making sure that we can have as much variation as possible within the actual caves themselves, but we want to make sure that the old caves are still retained as much as possible to keep
Okay,
that
good. So
classic
the old
feel.
caves will still be
Yeah,
here.
and we really also looked into to make sure that we have something for everyone.
That's good. Because I
You know, we
personally
have
quite like the
such
old
a huge
caves.
community, and it's
They're a bit
also a very
boring, but-
diverse community, and that's such a beautiful thing. So we really want this update to have something for everyone.
Such a big thought process on how you decide what even goes into
Yes.
an update this big.
Yeah, we have spent quite a lot of time on just making sure that we have a very good fundament for the update. For example, we did the player style mapping.
Alright, so they're getting into it now. What's the things that they're adding now? So let's have a look at this.
Another pillar that we actually integrated into this was adding strategy to mining.
Adding
So
strategy
of
to
course
mining.
Minecraft already has plenty of strategy in mining, but we wanted to see if we could push that just a little bit further and add even more mechanics that make it interesting for players to mine in the caves.
Like what?
Yeah, and the third pillar is to create an underground of marble for the players, and that pillar is a lot about adding variation to the underground and
Okay.
contrast and inspire players.
Yeah, 'cause
to
the old
craft
underground's pretty
underground
boring, you have to
adventures and build underground. And one thing we have done to fulfill this pillar is that we have added new cave biomes,
Cave
and one of
biomes.
them is the lush caves.
Lush caves. Okay. Oh, look at the flowers. Looks different. Lush caves. Okay, let's see this. Ooh. Oh, lagging. Sorry, it's lagging a bit, guys. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I think I remember my brother telling me about this. What is that? Oh my gosh, it looks really cool. What are those plants? Is it like weird fly traps or something? Ooh. Wow. That looks really cool, I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if those blocks would be good for parkour stuff. Because I'm sure there'll be some plants that are a little bit less than a block. Those are always useful for parkour blocks. I'm always looking out for those kind of things.
It's so beautiful. It doesn't feel cave-like.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to make sure that, of course, in Minecraft, all the
Still looks
original
cool, though.
caves,
I think
they're
it's really
pretty
cool.
much the same. There's not much
Sorry, I'll stop
variation
talking.
in terms of vegetation or different features inside of it. So for this, we wanted something which is a bit more light and lush and actually has vegetation. And I mean, I think it looks amazing.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it does look really
What
cool.
was the inspiration behind it?
So we were thinking about, okay, so how should it feel when you're in a lush cave? And we wanted to be so you feel very tiny inside a big garden or big forest.
Yeah.
So when you look up, it's actually vegetation above you, it's vegetation around you. And one
Or on the
source
ground.
of
Oh, wait, there was
inspiration
some on
we
the ground,
have
actually.
is actually a Swedish painter called John Bauer. Because in his paintings, it's always or often at least, like a tiny character, and then it's like huge forest, and you see like the bottom of the trees because the vegetation is like so big compared to the character.
And you're adding so many new plants in the lush caves.
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw, but there was this new tree that...
Okay, there's a freaking person literally using power tools right near me. Okay. I know it's not my dad, it's the next door neighbor. Oh my god, that's really annoying. Okay.
that was actually above on the overworld, and this is called an azalea tree.
Ooh.
So it's a unique
Azalea.
type of tree that you'll be...
Azalea. Okay. Azaleas. And then there's the drip leaf plant. Oh, so there's like the things where the water goes down. It's glowberries, okay, and spore blossom. Oh my god, the stupid person with the power tools!
And if you actually find this and start going down its roots, you will find a lush cave there. So this is another part of adding strategy to mining, where, you know, there are certain landmarks which will allow you to understand what you're doing in the game.
Cool. And another one of the new blocks is a block called Spore Blossom. You maybe saw it in the video. It's a big pink flower that you find in the roof of the lush cave. And it will drip particles from that flower, but it will also actually feel like a big volume around it with particles. So it's similar to the particles that we added to the nether biomes in the nether update. But the cool thing here is that you can move the flower if you want to and get these particles anywhere you want in your world. So you can actually be very creative.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's so awesome. And the lush caves have a real glow to them.
What if you put like the
from
whole
one of the
ceiling of
plants.
them?
Yes. So
Maybe
there
like
are
particles everywhere.
vines in the lush caves, and they have glowberries on them.
Okay, I swear this power tool person is really annoying me. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's very annoying when I try to watch Minecraft new updates. It's important.
And these are actually a light source. You can also pick
Ooh,
them
light
and eat them if
source.
you want to.
Glowberries.
And another plant we actually have is the drip leaf plant. And you can
I
actually
wanna
see
hear
that
about
they
this.
can kind of grow from like water or anywhere else. And they grow quite tall, but they have like a little plant on the top that you can actually hop onto. So
Ooh.
the idea of the mechanic behind it is that the
Okay.
leaf will actually tilt down when you stand on it too long. So this will actually make you fall through. However,
That's a
after
great
few
parkour
seconds,
block.
it'll
Oh my
come
god,
back
that's
up.
really cool.
So it's kind of this like platforming block that allows you to just, you know, continue platforming over and over again, which I hope is really exciting for
That's really
you know,
cool.
content creators making maps.
Yeah, you can build
Yeah,
like
that's
your
really
own
cool.
platforming levels, and then they will repair themselves.
That's really cool.
That's kind
I
of
like that.
neat.
Oh, that's really cool. I like
It's
that.
so beautiful in there. And there's actually a mob coming to the lush caves.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there
Wasn't
is.
that big
But
guy I
we
saw
will
before?
actually not tell you about.
Wasn't that big guy I saw before? This guy right here. Yeah. I'm just gonna call it right now. It's gonna be that guy.
This mob now, because in the end of the show we will show even more features coming to the Caves and Cliffs
Ooh,
update,
okay.
and
In the
then
show.
we're gonna show that mob.
This is
so
the
much.
first time we have
Not gonna show
so
it
much
yet?
that we're actually splitting the update section into two. At the beginning and towards the
Okay.
end of
So
the
this
show.
is probably gonna be like one of the biggest updates.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's exciting.
You've also worked on improving the cave generation.
Yes.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that is
so
huge.
as you can see here, I mean, this is drastically
That would be so good for mining diamonds.
different to what caves used to look like. And there's definitely still the old style of caves, but we wanted to make sure that there was much more variety in the sort of caves and the shapes and the sizes you
Whoa,
could
look
get.
at that.
And even here, you can see that there's some
Oh, was that
water
diamonds?
on
I saw
the
diamonds. I
shapes
swear I
and
saw
the
diamonds.
sizes you could get.
Can I see diamonds?
And even here,
Is that diamonds right there? I can't tell.
you can see that
Okay,
there's
I'll stop
some
talking.
water underground.
Yes. So we actually.
Oh, these
added
diamonds!
something
Yay!
we call local water levels. So in one cave you might find like a cave
That's
ring,
really cool.
and another
You
cave
like
might
boat
not have that
crossroads.
one. And this also means that we get naturally generated
Stalagmite.
waterfalls,
Is that a stalactite?
which is so pretty.
That's
And
really cool.
It also kind of gives like new ways to traverse the underground. You can actually go cave rafting.
Yeah,
Cave
so you'll
rafting.
see in a bit that our player here will actually use a boat to raft. And that is just such an exciting opportunity
This person who's recording this must be so lucky. They get to experience all the things like really early.
to be able to traverse
I wish
the
I
caves in a
understand.
very different way than you used to.
Yeah, we were playtesting, and then one of the devs like,
Ooh.
look at this, it's so fun, and all of us just started to go with the boat on the waterfalls. It was a lot of fun.
Whoa, look at that.
So another thing to note here is that you can see that a lot of the ores were actually glowing. This is just for preview purposes. ores aren't going to glow now. It's just that the caves tend to be quite dark, and we want to make sure that players can see the shapes of the
Ores
cave.
would be pretty cool.
Now, will that only be for the
It'd be
normal
cool if they
caves,
glowed.
or will this run across all of the new cave biomes?
Because sometimes it's quite hard to see iron, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So the really cool thing is that like the new cave shapes and sizes is completely independent from the new biomes. So that means that we have so much variation. Because for example, a lush cave can, for example, generate in a super narrow tunnel, but it can also generate in like a huge cavern, and that creates completely different atmospheres, but it's still the same biome.
Well, the
So
stalactites.
we're really gonna have lots of
That's quite
variation.
deep water as well.
You've been calling two of the different cave types spaghetti and Swiss cheese.
It's quite deep water for a
like
cave.
that's how varied the caves could be.
Yes, I mean, there are so many different variables of how the variation works, and I mean, it has even more variation than the overworld itself. It's just crazy.
It's a lot. Yeah, some of the caves, for example, have really cool pillars, and some are more like flat, some are tall.
If you had slabs to it, that would be
Very
really
nice.
cool.
And you have another new cave biome to
And
show us.
space.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
so we have
let's see
the
it.
Dripstone Caves biome.
Whoa!
And whenever I think
that.
about the idea of a cave update, the image of stalagmites and stalactites comes into my head. But
No, they aren't full
adding
blocks,
these are
that's
pretty
sad, but
difficult.
still,
You know,
that's
it's a
pretty
very
cool.
unique shape that Minecraft isn't really accustomed to. But I think
Okay.
the way that the
I don't. They don't really work that well. I personally don't think they don't really fit into the blocks. They could have done a lot better with that, but yeah, that's just my opinion.
artist put it into Minecraft works quite well. And of course, there's some mechanics surrounding this, so you can see that someone
Okay, that's
destroyed
pretty cool.
the block up the top, and so the dripstone fell down.
Oh,
And
zombie.
also, unfortunately for this zombie here, if you fall on these dripstones,
Okay.
you get hurt.
Of course.
Or die.
There's another interesting mechanic in the dripstone cave.
Okay.
Yes, so maybe you saw in the video that, like,
Come
from
on,
the
let it be a mob.
stalactites, you could see that it was, like, dripping water. So actually, if you
Oh,
put
not
a
a mob.
cauldron under a stalactite, it will fill up with water. So it's renewable water.
And
Yeah,
how,
that would
how
be
do you
quite good for
remember
farms,
which
actually.
is stalactites and stalagmites?
But
Stalagmites
that's a
the
very
ones
good
pointing
question.
up, stalactites
Yes,
the one
it's been
pointing
very
down.
tricky to remember that. But I think
Stalagmites point up, stalactites point down. I don't know how I remember that, but I just do.
I learned. So, we actually, it's hold on tight to stalactite. I was going to say the wrong one. So stalactite is in the roof and stalagmite is on the floor.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We've been practicing that, all of us.
For a long time, like even.
And you have something really amazing in this update for the sort of redstone engineers out there.
Okay.
Yes, so we've actually been thinking about this redstone block that lives in the deep dark, a new biome at the deepest depths of the world.
Ooh.
We're not going to talk about
That'd be
this
good to find
biome too
diamonds.
much today, but we are going to show some of the blocks and maybe later a mob that comes from it. So if we look at the video, we can actually see that it's basically this growth, and this is called the skulk blocks. And one of the
Skulk.
blocks is called the skulk sensor. This is the new redstone block.
Ooh.
As you can see, when you place or destroy a block, or if you have footsteps, it'll actually detect the vibrations
Sound detectors. Oh my god, that would be so good.
around.
Oh,
and then
that is
emit a
really
redstone
cool.
signal.
Okay,
So this is
Okay.
going to be very interesting for redstone players.
that is
We
really
even
good.
have a mechanic
There's gonna be so many mumbo jumbo videos about this.
around it where you
and
can actually
Hermitcraft and
use
stuff.
wool with wool occlusion to essentially prevent signals from being able to get into the skulk sensor. So let's take a look at that now. And as you can see here, I walked next to the skulk sensor, and it's actually kind of doing an infinite loop where the piston is causing a vibration, and then it's activating the skulk sensor and going over and over again. But here, I've actually put a wool block in between the piston, which prevents the signal from going to the skulk sensor. This can allow you to even do sort of directional skulk sensors where you
Okay.
can put wool blocks on each side and only allow it to detect vibrations in front of them.
That would be so good for piston
And vibrations
doors.
can be so many different
We'd
things.
be able to get such compact piston doors. That would be amazing.
You know, it can be a
There's
snowball
gonna be so many
hit, it
tutorials.
could
I might make a few tutorials on this, honestly.
be an arrow, it could be footsteps, it could be blocks, anything.
And I'm not even a redstone.
So cool.
Yeah.
And another thing, we had a bit of a happy accident with this because we realized that we get wireless redstone thanks to the skulk sensor.
Yes.
Oh, it's like little
So
sound
we
waves.
didn't even plan to add it.
Oh my god,
But
look.
then when we
That
started
is really
testing,
cool.
we're like, wait, we got wireless redstone, and that's so exciting. And well, you can just build so many cool things with that. It's gonna be exciting to see what the
Wireless
community
redstone.
will build.
Yeah, you're really looking for community feedback to make sure this
It's like when people
feels
first
great
invented
for
like
everyone.
wireless vacuum
Absolutely. I
cleaners
think
or
because this is
wireless.
such a unique mechanic, we really want to make
wireless
sure that we get it
phones.
right. And, you know, we love the Redstone community and we want to make sure that we do it right. So any feedback you have, any ideas, send it to us and we will work with you to make this the best block that it can be.
And now, we said there's another mob coming later, but I think it's time for a new mob coming to
Oh
the Caves and
yes,
Cliffs
we're waiting
update.
for the mobs.
It is. And
Is it a
this
goat?
is a very
'Cause I know it's
scary
goats.
mob. And it lives in the deepest of the underground, in the deep dark. And this is a very dark place. And the cool thing is that this mob is very well adapted to the environment. So it can't see anything. So it's the first blind mob in Minecraft. And that's
blind.
really interesting because it gives such interesting mechanics. So instead, it will react to vibrations, just like the skulk sensor block. So if you aren't very careful when you walk around in the deep dark, you might upset that mob.
Yeah.
Yeah, with this mob, we really wanted to make sure that we kind of recaptured that feeling of the first night of Minecraft. And we can often forget that
yeah.
Minecraft can be a pretty scary game.
Yeah, it can
so
be
we wanted
actually.
to make sure that we kind of go back to that. I mean, caves
I
can
get
be
scared by
scary.
creepers all
They're
the time.
dark. And all I'm going to say is that when you go into the deep dark, I want to make sure that you're very quiet and watch closely for the warden.
The warden. Where's the warden? This is like a horror game. Oh my gosh, no, it's going dark. I don't like this. This is like a horror game. Minecraft is meant to be kid friendly. At least it's got a netherite sword though. Candles! Yes! I heard about this. Oh my gosh, candles are going to be so good for medieval builds. I completely forgot about them. Oh my god, stop going dark! Not gonna lie, those candles don't look very cool though. Is it gonna be here? Oh no, I heard something. Oh my god, this is scary. It's gonna be behind you. It's gonna be behind you. It's gonna be behind you. I told you! Oh my god, what is that thing? It's like from a horror game. Oh my god. What the heck is that? Well, I know it's a warden, but... Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh no, he's coming for you. You're dead. You're dead, bro. You're dead, bro. What is he doing? Yes, kill him. But you know, don't kill him. I wanted to see it attack him. How many hearts does he deal? What? How many hearts was that? What armor does he have? What armor does he have? That's a real
What
question.
did we just see?
That was
It's a
like
very
7
different
hearts.
mob. I'm really excited for this because not only is it
6.5
trying
hearts
to
of
be
damage.
scary, it's, you know, we had to keep a balance to it. It was very challenging to design a mob like this. Another thing that's really important to note is in that video, I was wearing full netherite armor, so
What? Full netherite armor? What? Okay, that is crazy.
it's very powerful. You
That's a
definitely want to watch
dangerous
out.
mob.
Yeah.
Which I think also is such an interesting gameplay. 'Cause
Full netherite.
if you want to, you can avoid it, but then you need to really be careful, sneak all the time to not make any kind of movement that it will detect. But that's a lot of fun, and it's feels scary, but in the good way.
You wanted to kind of take everyone back to that first night experience with the warden.
Absolutely. I mean, I had such an amazing experience when I first played Minecraft. Like, it was terrifying listening to zombies underneath my house and in the caves, and hopefully we can bring that back to players, but, 10 years later.
But that would be just amazing, because you hear so many lovely first night stories. It's such a big thing, and I mean, I'm also very fond of my first night in Minecraft, so we hope to give that experience again.
Okay.
But you really balance sort of the look of it. It's like, it's almost cute, but also really, really terrifying.
Did you say it's almost cute? How is that thing cute? I don't get that.
How did you decide?
We actually worked a lot on, how does scariness look in Minecraft? Because we wanted to be very scary, and we didn't want to take away from the scariness, but we felt, let's add some derpiness to it. So it's like a mix. So for example, we added mouth. I love the mouth. And some actually reacted like, oh, it's so cute, which
How's it
I think
cute?
it's more scary, but I think we find like the perfect balance.
What does that monster do?
We know you've waited a long time for this update, and if you thought the first set of features for the caves were awesome, it's time for even more awesomeness. Agnes and Nir from the Vanilla Minecraft gameplay team are here to tell us what else is coming to the Caves and the Cliffs update.
Okay.
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hey,
How does it feel?
it's so amazing. It's so awesome to finally be able to share that with everyone.
Yes, it feels great, and we have looked a bit at tweets during the break, and
We have some more tweets.
we have more tweets.
Yes.
Wireless redstone.
Oh
of
yes,
course.
yes. There will be so many cool things you can build with that, and the warden. It's amazing to see all the excitement.
It's so cool.
So in this update, you've been really looking at filling out the caves even more.
Yes, so there are even more things to show, and in the things we showed so far, it's a lot about improving the journey underground. But of course, we also want to add new things to find, new resources, and one of them are crystals.
Crystals. I collect crystals. If you haven't seen my crystal collection video, go check it out now. I'm actually gonna be making one soon, so yeah, go check that out. So I just had to do a quick plug there. Is that amethyst? Oh my god, it's my favorite. Wait, amethyst geodes. Oh my god, that's something I've always wanted, an amethyst geode. Amethyst is my favorite crystal. Okay, that music is unnecessary. Ah, my ears. Ah, I'm just gonna turn that down. That's gonna turn that down. I don't like that noise. Okay. So
Corner, and you see that glowing thing. That's so.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
The atmosphere in the
That's
crystal
really cool.
geode,
Yes.
it's mystical. Yeah, they're so
they
pretty.
should have more
And we were
crystals.
thinking a lot about
I
what
have
is the
thoughts.
purpose for crystals in Minecraft, and one thing is what is the
It's lagging
purpose
again.
for crystals in Minecraft, and one thing is they should have a use, and we will talk more about one of the usages soon. But the other thing is a lot about just adding a lot to the experience of exploring. And we want them to be quite rare, so when you find them, it's really gonna be like magical, because they're just beautiful, and when you walk on the crystals, you hear these sounds.
Yeah, it's just we talked before about the pillar of underground of Marvel. I feel they're just the perfect feature for that sort of pillar, right?
But you can't
You say
just
marble.
take them with you.
Right, so you can break the crystal plant we saw in the video, but they actually grow from a very special block. And that block is unobtainable. It's sort of like you think about spawners, right?
Oh,
You
why
cannot
is
just
it-
take it and put it in your base. It makes you go and build farms all around your world. And that also encourages you to create tunnels between them and find out ways of transferring those items from place to place. And I just love those sort of features that really encourage other gameplay in the game.
As an explorer myself, I'm very excited about
Yes.
finding all of these.
Yes.
And you mentioned a usefulness to them.
Yeah.
Yes. So from those crystal plants, you get crystal shards items,
Shards,
and you can
okay.
actually use them to craft a telescope.
Telescope. Ooh. That is so cool. Oh my god. That looks so awesome. Oh, I need that. It's literally like Optify.
That is amazing.
It is. It's such a useful
Oh
item.
my gosh.
Super cool.
You don't need to
And
download those
Cool thing
stupid
is that,
mods.
so yes, you
Mods
use the
that take
crystal
ages to
shards to
download.
craft them, but you also need something more, and that's also a new thing that we added.
Okay, he's going mining. Ooh. New ore. Copper. Wait, you mean like the YouTube thing that I personally hate? That is really cool. It looks a bit like sandstone, honestly.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's new ore.
You're gonna love new ores.
You saw the copper ore in the video, and a very interesting thing with the copper ore is that it generates in a different way. So normal ores often generate like an ore blob, but copper is different. So imagine that you are out mining and you see copper ore. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna mine the copper, and then you see some stone. It's like, they look a bit different. So you continue to mine, and then you find another copper ore, and you probably go like, okay, I think I found a copper vein. So we're actually adding ore veins to Minecraft.
Yes.
And, like, they really add so much to mining. It gets so interesting because it's kind of like following a trace when you mine, and they tie so well to the pillar we have about adding strategy to mining.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you've personally wanted copper in the game since you start, maybe before you started?
We need marble. Wait, no, they just said they're gonna add marble.
Yeah.
You mentioned it once or twice.
Well, maybe a few times.
I've been wanting marble for so
Yes,
long.
so I think I got inspired by the...
Do you know what everyone wants? An crafting table. That would be great in Skyblock, actually, when you craft an emerald blade and you're like, oh, that's actually a waste of emeralds. I don't know.
pretty copper roofs in Stockholm, and they are all green because we have so many like old buildings here, and we've actually added that mechanic to Minecraft as well. So, you know, if you place a copper block, it will first be orange, but after a while, a pretty long time, it will turn green.
How long?
And it's something, I think it's so cool.
Why does it turn
because
green?
it actually adds history to Minecraft. Because, for example, if you have a really old Minecraft world, then you can see on like a house and like, oh, the roof turned all green, and then you know that that house has been there for a really long time.
That's really cool. Oh, so it's rusting. I see. I wish it actually slowly turned green instead of just blocks suddenly turning green. That kind of does. It takes a long time. Wow.
And copper won't only be used for the telescope. You actually have another really cool
Also, you
thing
need
that
copper
you'll
to
be able
craft the
craft
telescope.
with it.
Yeah. So, Jens talked a bit before about these design principles that we have in Minecraft. And one of them is that if something bad happens, the player either caused it or it has a way to sort of avoid it. And one of those exceptions, for example, is lightning striking.
Lightning.
Now, some people like to build
Adding
wooden
sheet
roofs
lightning?
in Minecraft.
I think it actually.
Some even build wool roofs.
Looking at me,
Right.
not at
Why
all
would you
like my-
build a wool roof? I understand wood roof. Actually, no, I do understand wool roofs because you can do like
the
medieval
grandest
things.
castle on
Medieval
my
markets.
actually has a roof fully built of wool.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
No,
But
we did get some fires.
yeah, so to try to help the players with that, we are
Okay, I'm so sick of this person that's literally using power tools right next door.
introducing the lightning rod.
Lightning rod. Lightning rod. I didn't even take that in properly. Thunderstorm. Ooh. So it doesn't hit the house, it hits the lightning rod. I think it should be a bit taller. That could be a
That
good
is
parkour
very
block though.
useful for all the wool roofs out there.
Yeah, I think this is a problem that happened to a lot of our players. Even personally, I had this peaceful game that I played with my partner, and it wasn't peaceful, and we went out and we were like looking at animals.
When are they gonna get to the
collecting a
cliff
few animals to our
somewhere?
base,
And the
and we
goats?
came back and
That'd
our
be epic.
house was gone. And I was quite confused, because I consider myself to be someone who knows a bit about Minecraft, and there are no creepers, there are no endermen, so what happened? We figured that probably a lightning strike hit and burned down the house, and we were
Oof.
quite traumatized, because we were not prepared for this. So I think this lightning rod is really going to help with that.
Yeah, now you don't have to worry about that problem anymore.
No, I'm gonna place like lightning rods everywhere on my wood roof.
Good.
It would be perfect.
Good.
Now, you've
I think I've even had the
introduced
problem with
a
my
lot of
house burning
things
down because of
already,
lightning rod.
and players already have a lot of trouble with their inventory and the amount of items.
Okay,
so
please
you
say
have
they're
an
adding
idea
backpacks.
for that.
Okay,
Yes.
please say they're
So
adding backpacks.
as you know, we keep adding new blocks and new items all the time. And that
Please,
do create
backpacks.
a bit of an inventory problem. And
Please.
we're aware of that, and we've actually been thinking quite a lot how we can
Please,
solve
we
it.
need
because
backpacks.
we won't have like a good gameplay solution.
Bags,
we want
something.
it to be balanced.
Handbag.
And we actually have an item in this update that will be really helpful, and
I
it's
suppose this
the
is
bundles.
backpacks. I'm gonna be so angry. Is it? Yes! Oh, it's a bundle. Oh. Wait, can you carry items in it though? Oh, that's really cool. So it's basically a backpack. Yes! That is so epic. That would be so useful. Oh, so you can see it all. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, and you can click it and it all goes in. Yes! Let's go! Oh my god, that's loud. Okay. So it's like Shulker Box, basically. Nice!
Bundles.
Yeah, this is awesome. It's such an elegant solution as well, and I love it. I think we spend a lot of time talking about the inventory problem, and I think one of the biggest takeaways there was that this is not actually one problem.
Sorry.
It's constructed from a lot of sub-problems. For example, hotbar management is one problem. Getting a lot of blocks for your huge build somewhere, that's like something the shulkers help with. But I think there is a third sub-problems where every time you leave your base to go exploring somewhere, your inventory
inventory's
keeps
way
getting
too full.
of junk. Like, this lot just has 2 flowers. This lot has just 1 seed, right? And I think
I
the bundles are
know.
really
It's
going to
so
help with that
annoying.
Yes. So the thing
And
with
then
the
you-
bundle
And then you drop it and you pick it up again, and then it's just, oh god, I hate it.
is that you can place many different kinds of items in one bundle.
Yes,
So
that
many
would be
different
so
kinds
useful.
of items in
How do you
one
craft it,
inventory
though?
slot. So for example, I can take just 2 flowers and 1 seed and put them in one bundle.
Yes.
Great.
And you can kind of use them like presents too.
Oh yes, I'm so excited about seeing what players do them in like shopping district, right? You can have the bundle of the day, which has a bunch of things with it, or you can have secret bundles where you have 3 of them in a chest, but you get a random one. I think it's really gonna be cool.
Yes, and for example,
Bundle
if
of
your
the
friend has
day.
a birthday, you can put like your prettiest item in the bundle because it looks like a gift wrapper, and then you can give
Oh,
it to
yeah.
your friend.
That's so cool. We've talked so much today on the like
What if I add this in Skyblock? That'll be pretty cool. You can give them a mid-air sword, a gilded, a mythic gilded mid-air sword. That would be great.
really game design side, but how do you work on the art side?
We actually have a very close collaboration with the art team, and it's great.
So my job is basically to get an abstract idea and imagine how it would fit into the Minecraft universe and then start sketching it. A mod
Bring sketches, special
Texture.
spec
A new system called the archaeology system.
Archaeology system, okay.
In this system, you're basically going to find these excavation sites all throughout your world. You can make this new tool called the brush that is going to help you uncover the mysteries of all these dig sites.
Okay.
So you come to one of these ancient structures, and you can sort of use the brush to clear away some of the rubble
That's
that
really
may
cool.
have collapsed in those structures. And sometimes you might even find something shiny inside them. But, and this is important, if you are not careful enough, like in real life, you can destroy that artifact. And when that artifact is gone,
No, you broke
that
it.
artifact and all the secrets it held are gone forever. But if you're careful enough, if you take your time and you're deliberate, you can get some of those hidden artifacts. And for example, here we got a ceramic shard, which is
Ceramic.
basically how whoever lived here used
Can
to
you do it to
tell
obsidian?
and pass on their
Please say you can do it
stories.
to obsidian.
I
You can
love
do it to
the
do it.
story sides of the archaeology, because we often talk about that we want to deepen the mystery in
Nice.
Minecraft. And when you find these hidden artifacts, you kind of find like connections and hints. And we will never tell the full story, but these
Ooh,
will
it will block.
inspire the players to tell their own stories.
There's
about
like a
their
chance
own
of not
Minecraft
dropping.
worlds.
Exactly. I think it's going to be really exciting to see what players do with them. For example, here we see an exhibition that someone built for this, where he can compare all the different clues he finds, right, and try to preserve whatever was down here, and he
okay.
can compare what we found with whatever new thing, and sort of try to connect the pieces, right? And here we see those pieces connected in a clay pot, actually trying to reconstruct them back. And you
Oh, it's
can
just like
create
a
that
pot.
however you like. You can create your own stories, or try to guess how those pieces used to connect.
That's really cool.
And it's also so fun to be very creative with these new pots,
Oh, you're
because you
gonna
can
build it?
put the shards in any way you want.
Okay.
Exactly. And when you're pleased with your creation, you can fire them up, and you have your own painted clay pot.
Pretty.
That's really
So,
cool.
Mir, is this programmer art
Oh my gosh,
still?
yes. I want to do this.
Yeah, the art we're seeing is still work in progress, but
That's
I
really
personally
cool.
like the dragon.
I have to
It's
try
cute.
this.
Yeah, it didn't say programmer art isn't pretty.
Yeah, the problem is the artists are way too good. Right?
Yeah.
They just make us look bad. I don't know.
Archaeology is amazing. I mean, the excavation site is so incredible.
I'm so excited about this. I've spent a lot of time about it, and
Is that a car beeping?
I'm so excited about this. I've spent
There's
a
a car
lot
beeping
of
from
time
outside.
about it, and I actually got to do a lot of awesome conversations with actual archaeologists from all around the world, and it's been, honestly, I sort of feel like I got so passionate about it myself that their passion sort of stuck to me, and it was so amazing to learn more about this. And
Okay, let's go to the actual update stuff.
I think a little.
So are you going to tell us about it now, please?
Yes, now we're gonna tell you. It's the cutest predator you will ever meet.
Okay. It's really cute. If it's cute, then I'm probably going to have it in a tank or something, if it's on the water, that is. Oh my gosh, look at it. You could definitely have that in the tank. A little fish tank. Oh, look at it. So little. You got it in the bucket.
I feel like there's only one sound I can make after seeing that, which is like...
It's
Cute.
so adorable. The axolotls.
How did you decide on axolotls?
Axolotls.
When we
That's what
added
they-
a new mob to Minecraft, we really wanted to have like its own unique character. We wanted to have purpose. And it's also a very good thing if it happens to be ugly cute. And the axolotl is perfect. It has all of these things. Well, I guess on the ugly cuteness, it might be quite a big emphasis on the cute side, but still. And we actually had a brainstorm in the team. So we were like, okay, we're gonna add Go.
Alright, the video is pretty much finished now. It's just talking about what they did to edit. Oh no, never mind. They've got videos. I've got a video here, actually.
Scoop them up in your bucket and take them with you. So maybe you build like a pretty aquarium for them in your base, or maybe
Yeah, that's what I said.
you bring them to your ocean adventure.
Oh, but you're taking it away from its home. Ooh. Oh, okay. Wait, what are they doing? They're helping you defeat them! Oh, yes! They helped you defeat them. I
And
hope they
now
don't
I see why
die.
you're calling them the cutest predator you'll ever meet.
Exactly.
Okay, it's pretty much done now. Thank you for watching, everyone. It was a long video, I know, but it was worth it. It was worth watching this. A few of the things I already did know because my brother told me them, but yeah, that was actually really cool. I didn't expect it to be that good. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. Turn on those notifications. And I'll see you all tomorrow in another video. Peace.